Hey guys, what's up? Total Control 871. So I just got back from Superior Court, where as you saw, I was greeted at the door with having to fight tooth and nail for my American rights. I was handed today in discovery. This is the indictment. This is an extremely thick. Let's see if I can show you maybe. Can you see how thick that is? Okay. For as thick as that is, only only this much actually applies to the Jewish Family Services Mox the Disable case. All the rest, all the rest of that is all nothing more than character assassination. They Frankenstein together a network of statements from videos that had absolutely nothing at all to do with Aaron Bowes or Jewish Family Services. All of it incredibly irrelevant. When I was, like one of the cases here, it was the Pleasantville arrest. You know, they rely heavily on that. First of all, let me say before I forget, I've read through all of this as best I can anyway. And of course, I wasn't terribly, wondering. Yeah, once again, I, made sure there is absolutely zero physical threat of violence. Zero physical threat of violence. So basically, what they have put together a case that is predicated on what they feel and believe to be unpalatable statements, things that they find personally offensive. Okay, well, I'm sorry you're offended, but people are offended by Westboro Baptist Church, yet they have a right to speak. It's called the First Amendment. We saw, I think it was in was it Berkeley University, California, one of the universities in California. The white supremacy group, they staged, they acquired, a permit to protest. They went through the proper channels and they got their permit to protest. And they can do that. However unpalatable you feel their statement is, that's just too bad. You don't have to listen. Like the people that view my channel, you don't have to watch, if you don't like it. Let's see. I'm going to read a little bit of this. So let's see. This is Atlantic City Police Department complaint form. Let's see. What did the persons do? Okay, this is what's being alleged against me. Oh yeah. They. Before I get into that, they paid me some lovely flattery here. Let's see. Height 5'10", so they chopped me short a few inches. I'm 6'3". Weight 250 pounds. Oh, in my dreams, huh? 250 pounds. Okay. Hair color black. It's actually dark brown, but thank you. Eye color, it's not listed. Sex male. Race Hispanic. I am not Hispanic. Thank you very much. So, the whole thing starts with a shitload of inaccuracies. Okay, but let's get into this. It's a very, very short synopsis of a complaint here. Charles Dunbar attempts to harass JFS and its employees, including case manager Aaron Bowes, as demonstrated by his threatening behavior. Referencing terroristic acts of violence. What terroristic act of violence did I reference? I'd really like to know. Okay, including but not limited to information sent to JFS by Atlantic City Police Department via text. They give the text number here. I guess that it was either sent to or from, whatever. containing a YouTube video created and narrated by Charles Dunbar on, what was this? I think it's the December the 11th, or I don't know. It gives a date. Causing alarm and serious concern for JFS employees. Okay. So, it's already very, very shaky here. Very, very shaky here. What do you mean behavior? Remember now, the charge is terroristic threat. What did I threaten you with? What did I threaten to do to you? Okay. I'm moving on because this is going to be a really short video. There is a whole lot, okay, to this case that none of you guys out there know about, okay? I'm definitely holding a number of trump cards up my sleeve. Obviously, I'm not going to put them out on YouTube. It is indeed my strategy, so that stuff is classified. Anyway, so we have email correspondence here. Let's see. This is from Neil Kane Jr. to Jose Gonzalez. The subject is Jewish Family Services. It says, Jose, I have to do a complaint for a Lisa Wachowski from Jewish Family Services regarding a Charles Dunbar. Are you the one that contacted them regarding the YouTube video? If you are, can you please do a supplemental report for me? Also, do you have an address for Charles Dunbar? It says he's homeless, but he obviously lays his head somewhere. Because homelessness is right there next to Bigfoot and space aliens. It's all make-believe. There's not a real homelessness problem. He couldn't possibly be homeless. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, when I produced the video after having been mocked and made fun of by Aaron Bowes, yeah, I was sleeping on a construction site, freezing my ass off. So yeah, that's where I was laying my head. I keep hearing he might live in Egg Harbor Township and rides his bike every day. Please let me know. Of course, you guys know I rent my mailbox there. Let's see. We have from that overhead aircraft. It's flying low too. Gear down, flaps down on final approach. All right. See what this is from Jose Gonzalez to Neil Kane regarding Jewish Family Services. Hey Neil, something a report. I think it says I did a report for this last week. ACPD. A copy of the video was also P&E'd, whatever that means. When I spoke to Erin last week, she didn't want to pursue a complaint. Erin didn't want to pursue a complaint. Now, while Aaron Bowes is definitely guilty of, mocking me, and it definitely it's turning out to be this Lisa Wachowski that seems to be spearheading these salacious charges. So yeah, so Erin doesn't want to pursue a complaint because she was not threatened. All right, so where am I at here? She was his former case manager and also did not have a good address for him. And okay, we got Neil. He replies to that. Thanks, Jose. It was just given to me under the case number. I just had forensic burn the video from YouTube. Aaron's boss, Lisa Wachowski, wants to do a complaint. Thanks for everything, and I hope you have a great Christmas. Well, there you go. These our privileged get to have a great Christmas. while I froze my ass on a construction site. But apparently that's just something that's a work of fiction because I have to be living somewhere. All right? Huh. All right. So, like I said, I'm not going to get too deep into this. This is definitely all just lies, just all of it, just lies and inaccuracy. There is zero threat here. So all they really have to work with is you know, a bunch of character assassination stuff. Like I said, I do have some trump cards to play here. I'll tell you what I'll say. Now, I'm referencing a completely different matter here. Several years ago in New York, there was a construction worker. He was either from Africa or Haiti. I forget which. However, he got his bell rung. You know, something hit him in the head on the construction site, taken to the ER room, where unfortunately he was digitally raped. Okay? Now, the doctor that did this, you know, told him that he would have to do a digital rectal exam on him because apparently head trauma can be neck, spine, and he wanted to check his sphincter's tension tightness, okay? And this construction worker was ardent, completely adamant that he did not want to have this done. He told the construction worker that you're going to have this done. You know, you don't have a choice in the matter. You know, that's some serious shit. You don't have a choice in the matter for your medical treatment. Now, the doctor went to do this. The construction worker began to break free, and in the doing, punched the doctor to evade the rape. Security was called, restrained. This man was restrained and digitally raped, okay? Later in court, he is suing this doctor for criminal, you know, this doctor is facing a rape charge, very serious rape charge. Not only would he lose his medical license, go to jail, and then when getting out of jail, he would have to register as a sex offender for the rest of his life. So this is, you know, something extremely serious, you know. As I was online in a chat room following along the events as it unfolded, people were going back and forth. It all came down to the merits of the doctor's mind, reading the doctor's mind. What was the doctor thinking? Now, the procedure that this doctor wanted to do to this construction worker, it turns out, was indeed, very much indeed, a routine procedure that people do have done to, or, you know, it is performed. What was it? One of the Jackass guys, you know, in one of their movies, whatever, you know, they did it. Those guys are always getting hurt, went to the ER room. The doctor's checking head, neck, going down, and bloop, he said, bloop, he went up my ass, you know. For him, it wasn't a big deal. Okay, if you don't mind to have that done, then so be it. So it's not like, it is true, it's not like the doctor just simply pulled the procedure out of his ass, no pun intended, didn't just pull it out of his ass and, you know, did it to this guy. So I, being a victim and a survivor, I'm trying to be a survivor of, you know, sexual assault. I'm trying very hard to empathize with this construction worker, but you know me, you know, guys, I hope you've learned it about me. I'm very much indeed pro truth, whatever that truth may yield, you know. And for me anyway, it came down to the fact that you'll never know what this doctor had in his mind. Now, it is true. It's not that the rape doesn't. You'd have to know about the psychological etiology, the of rape. There's all kinds of rape. There is rape where, you were sexually aroused and you just had to have the person. And then there's power rape. A lot of elderly are actually victim of power rape. They just simply wanted to dominate you. It's not that the elderly person, or the disabled, it's not that they were necessarily sexually aroused by them. It's just that the domination gets them off, okay? And there's medical rape and there's domination there. So it's not even necessarily a gay thing because the doctor was male, both were male. It's not even necessarily a gay thing. It's just simply an immense power trip. Who are you immigrant, which may or may not be legal, gonna tell me, a great and powerful white doctor, so you got your construction worker's black, the doctor is white and wealthy, you're not gonna tell me how to practice medicine. It was like that. I'm gonna do to you what I want done to you, and you're not gonna tell me otherwise. So somebody in the chat thread that had been watching, reading along, they threw it out there really quick. It was the only comment that they made, if I'm not mistaken. They said, because the doctor, he when he got punched by the guy trying to evade, he ended up filing assault charges and pressing assault charges against this construction worker. Now remember, this doctor's entire defense is predicated on this construction worker not being in his faculties. Your Honor, I am sworn to do the best I can for my patients, and it is true. It is true. Matter of fact, there was a football player that had a very similar injury, and unfortunately, the ER. I don't know if he went to the ER or not, but they did not do the rectal, and yes, his spinal column, it swelled, and by the time they realized the swelling was there, he woke up completely paralyzed. I think it was from the neck down. Jesus Christ almighty. So like I say, I am understanding where this doctor is coming from. I am. But here's the thing. In America, we have freedom. We can choose, and if indeed you truly believed that this man's faculties were compromised and that he cannot make a medical decision for himself, therefore you did it for him, regardless of his wishes, then tell me something. Why did you press charges? That's what the commenter said in the chat thread. That it was their one and only comment. If the man was truly, mentally incapacitated, then why was he charged? Why is the doctor pressing charges? It's the mnemonic playback that I needed, the final piece to the puzzle. If indeed this man was truly compromised, then why are you pressing charges, okay? Because obviously he was not mentally compromised. Obviously he was able to make a conscious decision about his own medical treatment, and that you denied him this right. So as far as I'm concerned, this doctor was guilty of medical rape. That's going to be kind of the type of cards that I'm going to be playing. There's a lot more to this case than you guys realize. I'll definitely be doing a type of mnemonic playback for Aaron Bowes, and we're definitely going to it's a shame because I wasn't recording her. I didn't think I would have to record her. She's supposed to be my counselor. She's supposed to be in my corner, on my side. I didn't think I would have to record her. These are the people that are supposed to be protecting you, helping you while you are in your darkest hour, only to be traumatized, only to be made fun of. Total Control 871.